Carbide burrs are precision tools essential for shaping, deburring, and engraving across materials like metals, woods, and plastics. But choosing between single cut, double cut, and diamond cut variants can make or break your project's efficiency, finish quality, and tool longevity. The key to instant decision making lies in listening to the operational sound. Each cut type produces a distinct auditory signature that reveals its interaction with the material, and observing the resulting surface finish, which indicates how well the burr shears versus smears or tears. Single-cut burrs feature parallel, one-directional flutes that slice in a shearing motion, ideal for softer materials where a coarse yet controlled removal is desired. Double-cut burrs employ intersecting flutes for aggressive, multi-angle cutting that breaks chips finer, and diamond-cut burrs, with their ultra-fine, precision-ground geometry mimicking diamond abrasives, excel in hard substances demanding mirror-like smoothness. By tuning into these sonic and visual cues during a test pass on scrap, you can intuitively select the right burr without trial and error waste, saving time and preventing damage to delicate workpieces. This guide breaks down their performance on steel, aluminum, wood, and plastic, empowering you to listen and know on the spot. On steel, a ferrous metal prized for its strength but prone to work hardening under heat, single-cut burrs produce a high-pitched, steady whine, like a distant siren that signals clean shearing with minimal vibration. But the finish often appears slightly rough and directional, with visible flute marks resembling fine scratches, as the one-way flutes remove material in long curls that can leave a textured surface suitable for further polishing but not final aesthetics. This sound intensifies if pressure is light, indicating efficient chip evacuation, though overuse on thick steel can lead to a dragging undertone as chips compact, yielding a coarser, matte finish with potential for burrs or raised edges. Double-cut burrs on steel emit a deeper, rhythmic chattering hum. Think of a rapid machine gun pulse that reflects the crisscross action breaking chips into smaller pieces for faster stock removal, resulting in a smoother, more uniform finish with reduced scoring, often satin-like and ready for light sanding, and as the dual flutes prevent the smearing common in single cuts. The chatter softens with optimal RPM, 18,000 to 25,000, but if it turns grindy, it means overheating, producing a hazy, uneven surface from built-up edges. Diamond-cut burrs, reserved for hardened or stainless steel, generate an almost silent, silky whoosh, subtle and vibration-free, like whispering silk on stone, due to their fine rake angles that polish as they cut, leaving a glossy, near-mirror finish with minimal tool marks, ideal for precision components. Any deviation to a faint scratch signals mismatched speed, but overall, this cut shines for high-end applications where aesthetics trump speed. Aluminum, a soft, non-ferrous metal notorious for its gummy chips and low melting point, challenges burr selection with its tendency to clog and gall, making auditory feedback crucial for avoidance. Single-cut burrs here deliver a smooth, melodic hum, reminiscent of a well-tuned flute, that denotes effective slicing through the ductile material, producing a moderately smooth finish with light swirl patterns from the directional flutes, though it can turn sticky and leave a slightly smeared, hazy surface if RPMs dip below 20,000, as chips curl and adhere without breaking cleanly. This cut's sound remains consistent under light pressure, yielding a workable texture for deburring but requiring cleanup for polished results. Double-cut burrs on aluminum create a sharper staccato clicking, like castanets clacking, that arises from the intersecting flutes aggressively fracturing the soft metal into tiny particles, but the finish risks being overly aggressive, with a pitted or frosted appearance from excessive chip fragmentation, especially at high speeds, 25,000 plus RPM, where the chatter can escalate to a harsh buzz indicating gumming and an uneven, dull patina. Diamond-cut burrs transform aluminum work with a soft, purring vibration, barely audible, like a cat's contented rumble, thanks to their fine geometry that minimizes heat and adhesion, delivering an exceptionally smooth, brushed finish with uniform luster, perfect for aerospace or automotive parts. The purr stays steady, but a rising whine warns of overload, preventing the smeared residue single cuts might leave. Wood, with its fibrous and variable density, demands burrs that navigate grain without splintering or burning, where sound becomes a diagnostic for tear-out versus clean carving. Single-cut burrs on softwoods like pine produce a gentle, whispering swish, evocative of wind through leaves, that indicates precise shearing along the grain, resulting in a clean, incised finish with minimal fuzzing. Though on hardwoods like oak, the sound deepens to a raspy scrape, leaving a slightly fibrous edge that requires sanding for smoothness, as the one-directional action can follow grain lines too aggressively. This cut excels for detailed engraving, with the whisper fading to chatter if pressure builds, signaling potential scorching and a charred, uneven surface. Double-cut burrs generate a more turbulent, buzzing drone, like a swarm of bees, stemming from the cross-flutes chopping fibers multidirectionally, which yields a rougher, splintered finish on woods, often with torn grain and a textured, almost shredded appearance, useful for rapid roughing but prone to burning at low RPMs, 10,000 to 15,000, where the buzz turns grindy and leaves blackened, irregular marks. Diamond-cut burrs, less common for wood but effective on dense varieties, offer a refined, even purr, similar to a soft sanding belt, that ensures a polished, glass-like finish with fine detail retention, minimizing splintering for intricate sculptures. The purr remains calm, but any harsh note indicates dulling, avoiding the coarse residue of double cuts. Plastics, from acrylic to PVC, pose unique challenges with their tendency to melt under friction, making the burr's cut type pivotal for clean edges without deformation. Single-cut burrs emit a crisp, slicing whistle, like cutting through fresh paper, that signifies controlled material removal, producing a semi-smooth finish with light striations, ideal for soft plastics where the shearing prevents melting, though on harder thermoplastics, the whistle can waver to a sticky drag, leaving a glossy but wavy surface from partial fusion. This cut's sound stays pure at moderate speeds, 15,000 to 20,000 RPM, offering versatility for prototyping. Double-cut burrs create a rapid, popping staccato, akin to bubble wrap underfoot, from the aggressive chip breaking, which can overheat plastics quickly, resulting in a melted, beaded finish with rough, irregular edges and potential cracking, as the intense action generates localized heat spikes. The pops turn erratic with buildup, yielding a hazy, deformed texture unsuitable for precision. Diamond-cut burrs provide the most serene operation, a faint, airy sigh, like exhaling through fabric, that reflects their gentle polishing action, delivering a crystal-clear, buffed finish with razor-sharp edges on plastics, preserving transparency and shape. The sigh holds steady, but a subtle grind signals excess pressure, preventing the melting pitfalls of coarser cuts. By attuning your ear to these sonic signatures, a whine for single cuts precision, chatter for double cuts aggression, and purr for diamond cuts finesse, you can instantly discern the best match for your material, while the finishes, from directional textures to glossy polishes, confirm the choice visually. On steel, opt for double or diamond for smoothness. Aluminum favors single to avoid gumming. Wood benefits from single's control, and plastics thrive with diamond's cool operation. Practice on scraps, adjust RPMs accordingly, and apply light pressure with lubrication for optimal results. This auditory visual method turns selection into instinct, ensuring efficient, high-quality work every time.